everybody, it's me, Candy Canadiana. Welcome to the very first episode of Wednesday Night Live. Oh, streamed. So, what is this show all about? Repeat after me. Today is Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. I watch Wednesday Night Live so I know, Wednesday Night Live streamed, so that I know what day of the week it is. Today is Wednesday, and this is where I am. This is where I am, and it's okay, 'cause I'm doing the best that I can anyway. Though it's maybe rough, but I'm hanging tough. You know what I mean, eh? What? What did I do wrong?
Candy, you just took my song, Where I Am, and you made a reference to flatulence in it. Where I Am is not a song about flatulence. Where I Am is a song that's about accepting where you are in the moment and having the faith that everything's going to be okay. Oh my God. This is the last time that I let you open my Wednesday night live stream show, okay? So why don't you go back to having some of your maple syrup, and you know your joke about what day of the week it is? Oh my God, that is so old. Everybody's been doing that joke. We've been doing it for months. Wait, what month are we in? Anyhow, I'm so frustrated with you, Candy. This is where I am, and it's okay. I'm doing the best that I can. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me to Wednesday Night Live Streamed. This is the very first episode of my online variety show, so thank you guys so much for joining me. That was Candy Canadiana, as you may know. She did sing my song, Where I Am, but she didn't do it quite properly. She didn't do it well. So I'm going to sing that song for you now. So I am also my own technical person, so don't mind when I'm not looking at the camera. I'm doing the technical stuff. So this is Where I Am. It's off my album titled Where I Am. And here we go. I've been running around this world for a long time. For a long, 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 long time. I've been searching for something that's never been on time. Well, it's never been on my time. They tell me to slow down, you're gonna fall right down. Maybe you should go another way, but I won't give up. Come on now, fill my cup, 'cause yeah, I know I'm on my way. Sometimes you gotta sit and wait for the tide to come in. Oh, this is where I am, and it's okay, 'cause I'm doing the best that I can anyway. Though it's maybe rough, but I'm hanging tough. You know what I mean. You may knock me down, throw me around, but I'm moving still, yeah, I'm on my way. Muddy waters, they try to drown me, to take me to the sea, but I'm learning to sail on the waves around me. They won't get the best of me. Sometimes I lose the light, I get lost in the night. The dark begins a brand new day, and like the sunrise, I open up my eyes. 'Cause yeah, I know I'm on my way. Sometimes you gotta sit and wait for the tide to come in. Oh, this is where I am, and it's okay, 'cause I'm doing the best that I can anyway. Though it's maybe rough, but I'm hanging tough. You know what I mean. You may knock me down, throw me around, but I'm moving still, yeah, I'm on my way. Days will come when you sink in the sand, lost and alone, unsure of the plan. But you gotta hang on, keep moving on. You can't run away. Oh, 'cause you're on your way. And it's okay, 'cause I'm doing the best that I can anyway. Going maybe wrong, but I'm hanging tight. You know what I mean. You may knock me down, throw me around, but I'm moving still. Yeah, I'm on my way. Thank you guys. That was Where I Am. I know you guys are posting some comments too. I'm going to try and look. This is all kind of new to me, looking over here, looking over there. So thank you guys so much. That was Where I Am. You can find all my music on Spotify, Apple Music. When it's on Apple Music, I don't know, when they play it there, I make more money. So if you have Apple and Spotify, listen on Apple. But that's my little music song pitch there. So the next song is Maybe Someday. Maybe Someday is one of those songs where, you know, when you meet someone and you're like, I kind of like you. You could be cool. Maybe we could have a future together. And then like nothing happens. And then, you know, there was someone else and blah, blah, blah. You can't give up hope. And that's what this song is about. It's another love song about hope. So let's take it to Maybe Someday. Here we go. Been a long time since I've not seen your face. You smile, you laugh, the way you made it okay. Now you're here, but now you're not alone. So I guess I'm left to think, maybe someday. Maybe someday I will find someone like you. Maybe someday love will make me blue. Maybe someday, maybe someday, maybe someday I'll find someone like you. When we first met, did we ever hit it off? I thought you could be the one for the rest of my life. We were just friends, but I always wanted more. So I guess I'm left to think, maybe someday. Maybe someday I will find someone like you. Maybe someday love will make me blue. Maybe someday, maybe someday, maybe someday I'll find someone like you. She walks down the aisle dressed in white, like a picture in a magazine. Now you're headed for your wedding night. Tear in my eyes, I watch the limousine. In my mind, it'll remain an old fantasy. But I'll never give up love somewhere for me. Now when we meet, you're hand in hand on the street. You smile, you laugh, you look better than okay. It gives me joy to see a love like yours. So now I dream and hope, maybe someday. Maybe someday I will find someone like you. Maybe someday love will make me blue. Maybe someday, maybe someday, maybe someday I'll find someone like you. Maybe someday I'll find someone like you. Maybe someday I'll find someone like you. That was Maybe Someday. Thank you guys so much. So this next song has a really special music video to it. The song is called When We Come Together, and it is a 360-degree music video. So you can take your phone. You have to watch it on the YouTube app, though, if you're watching on your phone. Take your phone, watch the video, and you can just scroll around like this and see all 360 degrees, or you can, tap like that. If you're on your computer, you have to hit this little circle in the left corner. I'm going to show you a little example of it here. Ba, ba, ba. Well, yeah, so you want to look up. You don't want to look, where that camera was pointed there. You know what I mean? But that is When We Come Together. It is my video of my hometown, Windsor, Ontario, and Detroit. And When We Come Together, obviously, is about people coming together and just realizing that we're all one. This is definitely what we need in the world right now. We just had summer solstice. This has been a very challenging year, and I think it's time for a reset. So I hope you can try to join with me and resetting and try and see things positive. That's what I've tried to do in this situation. And I think what I love is I'm seeing so many people come together in this crisis. So I hope you guys can take that with you. And now I'm going to sing When We Come Together. And definitely check out the video. Some of my favorite parts are obviously, oh yes, okay, wait. Candy said her favorite part is when she's in the video. So she wasn't supposed to be in the video, but she snuck in. So you kind of have to scroll around and see where she is. I don't even remember when she snuck in the video. But one of my favorite spots, I think it's 317. You have to look at the Detroit River, so make sure you're pointing it there. And I think 255, yeah, Candy loves 255 because in Windsor we have the great big Canada flag project. It's beautiful, so Candy loves all the Canadian flags. And at the very end, you're gonna see some Canadian geese and their goslings. Not their Ryan goslings, I'd love to see Ryan too, but definitely check that out When We Come Together. And now I am going to sing it for you. Here we go. Okay. I don't want to fight with you. Let's walk hand in hand. I want to live a life that's true. Please just understand. We've made mistakes, we've been foolish and wrong. Please come on and sing with me. Join me in the song. When we come together, we can make something beautiful. When we come together, we can inspire. When we come together, we can change the world. Let's come together, you and I. When we see we're all the same, life isn't just a game. We know we can't do it alone. Perfect tonight, but I'm giving it all that I got. Put your fears aside, you've got nothing to hide. When we come together, we can make something beautiful. When we come together, we can inspire. When we come together, we can change. at your sweet side. When we come together, we can make something beautiful. When we come together, we can inspire. When we come together, we can change the world. Let's come together, you and I. Let's come together, you and I. Let's come together, you and I. Thank you. That was When We Come Together. And again, you can see the 360-degree music video on YouTube. Huge thanks to Chris Kratsistis. I'm half Greek, and I know I'm saying your last name wrong, so I'm sorry. But Chris Kratsistis from Life in 360 Media and Jamie Chenard from Drone Life Media. They're the ones that shot that beautiful music video, so definitely check them out. Now, we're going to check out Random Fact Girl, F-A-C-T, Random Fact Girl. She's got some information for you. So let me get her over here. Let's see, where is she?
A random fact moment. Boop boopy doo. Did you know that there are 4 commercially sold cinnamons in America? Ceylon, Cassia, Saigon, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know I look sexy doing it. Carinthia. Now Saigon and Carinthia are part of the Cassia family. Did you know that cinnamon is good for you? But it depends on which cinnamon you are taking. Ceylon is much better for you because it has less coumarin in it. See how sexy I say words? So, when you make your morning coffee, I recommend putting in Ceylon cinnamon instead of Cassia. Google it. And yes, I always look this good when I wake up in the morning.
So that was Random Fact Girl. There's some random facts that you can take home with you, some information. We also have another special guest that will be coming up very soon. I'm super, super excited to have her, so stay tuned. But in the meantime, I am going to sing you another song. This is a song that I wrote with Felix Van Dyke. I want to send a huge thank you to him and his wife, Jasara. We shot this music video on an iPhone. It features the Brooklyn Bridge, Prospect Park, Red Hook. So this is Skipping Stones. And again, you can check that music video out on Instagram or YouTube. And I'm going to sing that. And again, we've got a special guest coming up soon. So I'm super excited. She's backstage. So stay tuned. And this is Skipping Stone. Like a skipping stone, I've traveled along the way, tried to keep myself afloat, all the gravity at bay. And through the years I've changed, left friends behind, it's strange. I had grown and shed my skin, and they remain the same. Page after page, a story starts to unfold. Captured are the memories a lifetime beholds. When ripples flow away, where I land, only time can answer. Time and time again, my life. I've gone the open roads, lived so many lives. The vastness of the emptiness, white lines that hypnotize. And when I'm finally home, I'll kneel upon the ground. Cup the earth into my hands. This place I will be bound. Page after page, a story starts to unfold. Captured are the memories a lifetime beholds. When ripples flow away, where I land only time can answer. Time and time again, my life I've gone the open road, lived settled down. Could be on the open plains or Main Street in a town. And so I carry on, guided by my dreams, facing the uncertainty when skipping down the street. Page after page, a story starts to unfold. Captured are the memories a lifetime beholds. When ripples flow away, where I land only time can answer. Time and time again, my life. And when I move along, another skip is all I ask for. Keep myself away from the time when ripples flow away. 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 Time and time again, my life. Thank you guys so much. That was Skipping Stone. And also, I have another music video on my YouTube for Skipping Stone, which is Felix's grandson, Nico. He sings the song way better than I do, so definitely check out his video. Nico is also featured in our music video for Sunny Skies and in the recording that I'm about to sing for you guys right now. And here's the thing. If you guys want to sing along with me, all of my lyrics are available, let me see, on, here we go. There we go. So if you guys want to go there, you can find Sunny Skies and sing along with me. And then I have a very special guest who is going to bring us some sunny skies. So this is Sunny Skies. Here we go. Sitting on the train, costumes surround me. And candy, the kids are alive. See an angel staring into my eyes. She reminds me of me when I was 5. And she said, sing your song, the world will sing along. Sing with me. Let the clouds roll by, revealing that sunny sky. Path your way through any rainy days. You're gonna be alright. You're doing just fine. Sitting on the train, still swirls around me. Bells are ringing, time's flying by. Lists of hopes and dreams flash to the North Pole. Once there was me, watching the night sky, singing, sing your song, the world will sing along. Let the clouds roll by, revealing that sunny sky. Path your way through any rainy days. You're gonna be skies. You're doing just fine. When the world's spinning around you, just set your heart at rest. So simple to remember, and so easy to forget. Sing your song, the world will sing along. Let the clouds roll by, revealing the sunny sky. Laugh your way, laugh your way through rainy days. You're doing just fine. Sitting on the train sequence around me, confetti, everyone is alive. I look with wonder at what lays before me, and the story of my life. Thank you guys. That was Sunny Skies, again written by myself and Felix Van Dyke, featuring his beautiful grandson, Nico. So now I have an editorial reply. We like to have an editorial reply in our show here. So let's just pull that up here. Here we go.
Thank you, cheddar cheese. Now, what's all this fuss? I'm hearing about the Time Board Challenge. Well, this makes no sense at all. I understand how the Time Board Challenge can give you a nice svelte tummy and a nice tight bottom. Thank you, Billy Blanks. But I do not understand how this is going to cure the coronavirus. It just makes no sense at all, and it's the silliest thing that I've ever heard. And what did you say, Cheddar? The Tide Pod Challenge? Oh, you're so funny. No, you must have heard that wrong. It's the Tide Ball Challenge. Tide Pod is the silliest thing I've ever heard. That makes no sense at all. Really? The Tide Pod Challenge? That's very different. Never mind.
So that was Emily Latella with her editorial reply. I'm sure you remember her from the show Saturday Night Live, which leads me to my next guest. I'm so excited to have her on. Her name is Ann Beats. She is one of the original writers on Saturday Night Live. She was the first female editor of National Lampoon's. Yes, thank you for making the way for us women, Ann. And she created the show Square Peg. So I am going to bring her on right now. Here we go. Hi, Ann. How are you?
Hi, I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to see you. You look wonderful.
Thanks. You look pretty good yourself, and I must say that you resemble Gilda more than ever. I always thought that you had such a strong resemblance, and I would say that it's even more pronounced now. So I guess because you're closer to the age that she was when I knew her.
Yeah.
But anyway, very, very much like her. And of course, you still have the beautiful voice that I remember.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Now, I guess I should tell everybody how we met. We met in Toronto. I was taking one of Ann's courses. She teaches comedy writing and a number of things. And when I saw that you were teaching at Humber, I was so excited and I signed up immediately. And that's how we met. Now, how did you get your start in comedy writing? Did you say one day, I want to be a comedy writer?
No, really, I didn't, because partly that wasn't really a career ambition at the time. If you want to hang on a minute, I'll see if I can adjust the lighting so I don't seem quite so fuzzy.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Alexa, turn on BR light. Alexa, turn on BR light.
Come on, Alexa.
Alexa is not responding. I don't know why, but she is not responding.
Maybe here. There we go. I thought maybe she wanted her, her union waiver or something. Alexa.
I don't know, but that's a little better, isn't it?
Perfect.
Perfect.
I seem to be sort of in a foggy situation before, so I'm just going to put that on.
Perfect.
Okay, so yeah, well, I think it was weird because back in the day when I started, writing for the Lampoon, it really wasn't kind of a career choice that people could make and study in college. I mean, now I'm teaching comedy writing at Chapman University, but I mean, when I went to McGill, for instance, in Canada, you couldn't major in comedy writing. There was no. And so it was kind of a career choice for people who, didn't know what else to do with themselves and couldn't get up in the morning. And plus I always say that my joke line is that I got into comedy the same way that Catherine the Great got into politics, on my back, because I met this guy, Michel Chiquette, who was writing for the National Lampoon, and this magazine, which at that point no one had ever heard of, which was being started in New York by these two guys from Harvard, Doug Kenny and Henry Beard, who had been on the Harvard Lampoon, and they had persuaded Matty Simmons to give them funding to start this Lampoon magazine. And so he was writing for it, and he and I were set up on a blind date by Sean Kelly, who also later became a Lampoon writer, and who I'm still in touch with today, interestingly. Then I sort of started helping Michel, quote unquote, helping Michel with his work. And he brought me to New York. And then he would bring me to these editorial dinners that they used to have. They used to have dinners where they talked about the issues of the magazine, which were always on themes.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would have a theme like pornography, threat, or menace, or something like that. And so what ultimately happened is that he would bring me to dinner, and they were always in kind of really bad restaurants, like cheap restaurants, like Steak and Brew or something. But it was a free dinner,
Yes, free dinners. Love those.
That really counted. And so he would bring me, and then I wouldn't just sit there, I would say, how about this? And then people later would have these notes scribbled on napkins, and they would go like, well, whose idea was that? And then it would turn out to be my idea.
Yeah.
They couldn't really say, oh no, they would have to kind of let me write it. If they wanted it, they would have to let me write it.
Right.
So, yeah. So it was, I just sort of wound my way onto the magazine that way.
Amazing.
And then ultimately I became a contributing editor, and I was the first and only at that time female contributing editor.
Yeah.
Which is it was not a paying position, by the way. It was just like, you got to be in the masthead, but you didn't, there was no money involved.
Right.
So then, that's somehow I was a comedy writer. But I mean, I was still pretty nervous about calling myself even a writer. I had originally been a copywriter and worked in advertising.
And then how did you move into Saturday Night Live?
And then Saturday Night Live was also through a boyfriend, because this was sort of the only way that women could find their way, because they had to be with the guys, otherwise it was really like, well, how did you break in? And if you were a woman, if you started to, how did you get to hang out with these guys who did comedy? By dating them.
Right.
It wasn't like I said, oh, well, if I have a relationship with this guy, I'm going to get into comedy. It was just that I gravitated towards people who were doing stuff that I was interested in. And then that was a way that I found an entree. And so I switched boyfriends in mid-magazine and ended up with a guy named Michael O'Donoghue, sadly passed away. And he was really a brilliant genius, I would say, use the word genius person about him. And he was a mentor to me, definitely, in terms of my writing and my work, and gave me more confidence in my work. And, but at one point we left the magazine sort of in a big explosion due to Michael's hair-trigger temper and various other factors too. And so what happened is that he and I then were, after sort of like having a hard time for about a year, trying to pay what in those days was our amazingly expensive $750 a month rent for our apartment.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
In New York, a floor through apartment in Chelsea in New York.
Yeah.
So we struggled around for about a year, and then this guy, Lorne Michaels, came to town, and he had been referred to Michael by a woman named Marilyn Suzanne Miller, who Lorne had worked with. And so he met me and he met Michael, and he offered us both jobs on this TV show that we were starting up. And I turned it down.
You did?
I turned it down because I was doing a book.
Uh-huh.
My friend Dan Stillman and I had sold a book to Macmillan. We had sold a book called Titters, the first collection of humor by women.
Uh-huh.
And we were doing this book where we were doing everything ourselves. Basically, it was women were doing all the illustrations, the writing, the artwork. And it was kind of an answer to the idea that had been put forth at the Lampoon, which was chicks just aren't funny.
Okay.
Which is the prevailing attitude.
Yeah.
And so we were doing this book, Titters, and I was like, I have doing this book. I can't be on a television. And Lorne sort of basically twisted my arm and lied to me and convinced me, and said, "Oh, you can do it in your spare time,
Uh-huh.
And my friend who was also working the book, Penny Stalling, said, this is an offer you can't refuse, and you have to be on this show."
Yeah.
And thank goodness, because I probably would be kicking myself forever if I hadn't done it.
I mean, did you guys, when you were doing it, obviously it was a brand new show. Did you have any idea that it was going to turn out to be the biggest thing on Saturday night? Like,
that it would even be around, no, I mean, no, we didn't at all. I mean, we were surprised, but I mean, it was interesting because other people were surprised too, because they would say, like, in the first, months of the show, I remember people in New York saying to me, "Oh, well, it's been canceled," right? Because they just kind of thought it was too good for TV and that it would inevitably be canceled.
Right.
Because
Wow.
many other enterprises of that same kind had been canceled.
Uh-huh.
Even people like the Smothers Brothers, got canceled. And so they just thought, oh, well, it won't last. And we had no idea. And we also had no idea that it would be visible, like on YouTube and stuff years later, decades later, because it was live.
Right.
And there were no VCRs. I mean, we just thought, like, okay, we did it and it's out there in the ether and that's it,
Yeah. That's fascinating.
Yeah. So it kind of, we had no sense of it being preserved. I mean, I guess Lorne Michaels did, because he used to say to us, when something was good, he would go, "It's one for the time capsule."
What is he like? I hear so many stories.
Oh, well, he was a bit Dr. Evil, I mean, he was and is still a bit Dr. Evilish, but I mean, of course, he gave me my career. So what can I say? I mean, that was what Julia Louis-Dreyfus said, that criticizing Saturday Night Live was a bit like, criticizing the rich uncle who put you through college. So, I mean, and she had a much harder time there than I did.
Uh-huh.
I think that Lorne's particular genius was assembling the people that he did in the beginning, putting together the people that he did, the talent, and knowing somehow that this mix was going to work, and which I guess he probably wasn't totally sure of either.
Right.
But what happened is, I mean, it's amazing, because there's a Taschen book out about Saturday Night Live, and in it is a memo that Lorne wrote to the network describing the show before the show existed. And bizarrely, it really is a very, very good description of what the show ultimately
he was a master manifester. He was writing out his manifesting journal.
Right, exactly. But what was interesting is that he never shared this with us. I mean, he just left things very loose. I mean, it was very organic. It was very open. He hired the writers first, which was unknown then in television. I mean, basically it was always talent based, and you had the talent first and then the writers. And he hired the writers first, and he hired them with a really long pre-production period. We were hired like in July, and the show didn't air till October.
Wow.
So we were there in the RCA building in 30 Rock, and we were coming up with ideas and hanging out and going to lunch and doing all this stuff and getting to know each other. And that was the creation of the show. And it ended up falling into place in the way that he had described it. But we didn't know that this was a master plan that we were executing. We just were like, oh, how about this, you know?
That's amazing. Now, here's a question.
It's kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing.
Now, am I crazy to think, is it possible to assemble everybody that we can from that first year and get you guys to do something together again? Am I nuts?
Well, too many people from that period are dead, unfortunately.
But not everybody.
No, that's true. But their lives have progressed differently.
Yeah. I mean,
I think we did have some people from the original years at one point that they had a Sundance or somewhere, you know, they brought them to maybe, what was it?
The 40-year anniversary, or?
Well, yes. I mean, that was a big party, but they also did, I know that there was some kind of Saturday Night Live panel that they did at some festival.
Okay.
Where they had a lot of people from the show. But you know, I did not go to the 40th anniversary, and I didn't work on that show, but I did work on the 25th anniversary show. A lot of people, you know, there was a reunion, of course, of sorts there.
Yeah.
A reunion atmosphere of sorts.
And now you mentioned party. I know you guys were on a crazy schedule. Weren't you writing at 3 a.m.? And
oh, yeah. And I mean, I imagine that probably still goes on, not to the degree that it did, but yes. Yes, I mean, we basically, that's why I ended up having a hospital bed in my office.
Wow.
And they said to me when they were negotiating my contract, I said, I want a hospital bed. The second year of the show, right? And they said, you mean in one that you crank? And I said, no, I mean one with a push button that you push the buttons. And so instead of a desk, I had a smallish office. It did have a window.
Yeah.
I had a smallish office on the 17th floor, and I had a hospital bed, and I had a wall phone because I didn't have a desk to put the phone on. So I had a phone on the wall.
Oh my goodness.
And I slept there when the show was on. I slept there, you know, one night a week at least.
Wow.
And other people borrowed it occasionally. I know Marianne Faithfull had a massage in my hospital bed. And Danny and John were sharing an office, and they got bunk beds.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It was very funky in there. You just did not want to go in there. It was like, ooh.
Yeah, can you tell me a little more about the cast? I mean, Gilda, and didn't you have Chevy was a writer, correct? Or
Chevy was originally hired as a writer. And Garrett was originally hired as a writer, actually. They both were hired as a writer, but then Chevy kept doing shtick and stuff, and he ultimately became a performer. But he was only on the show for the first year and the half. And then he was replaced by Bill Murray.
Correct, right.
And, yeah.
Did you created the nerd sketch for Bill Murray?
Yes, Rosie Schuster and I wrote together. Rosie Schuster was my writing partner through most of the years, and at one point there were only the two of us. I mean, originally there was me, Rosie, and Marilyn Suzanne Miller, and then Marilyn left. It was just me and Rosie, and then ultimately Sarah Paley came on, and so there were never more than 3 women writers.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, I'm so glad that they had you. So we have all of your stuff.
And so Rosie and I wrote those nerd sketches together.
So funny.
And a bunch of other things. We did a lot of collaboration.
And now, how about Square Pegs? You created Square Pegs.
Yeah, well, that was after everybody kind of left after 5 years. And so then I managed to sell a sitcom pilot to CBS, you know, and I wrote the pilot. It was actually I wrote it during a writer's strike, actually, and then waited a bit and turned it in. And it went to pilot, and then it went to series, which is like, lightning striking or whatever. And I mean, I kind of thought like, oh, this is good. This is easy. I'll just do this. I'll do this for a living. But of course, it did not turn out to be that easy to get other shows from pilot to air in the same way. But that happened. And that show was the casting, and that was very interesting. And
I mean, we really have you to thank for Sarah Jessica Parker, don't we? All those
well, in a way, I mean, she probably would have had success without me. I mean, she was definitely going to have success, but I did kind of give her a big break in TV because she had not worked other than she'd been on a couple of television shows, I guess, and then she had been on Broadway. In Annie on Broadway.
And this is her first big TV role, correct?
It was her first big TV role.
And I know there's an interesting story with the casting process for her, correct?
Well, the casting process for her was funny because she was the first person that I ever saw for the role. And I should really give credit to someone who's still my really good friend, Eve Branstein, who was at that time Norman Lear's casting director. And then later, she and I became writing and producing partners and worked together on a few other projects. But she brought in Sarah Jessica, and I was like, I think she's too pretty. And so Eve took her own sunglasses and punched out the lenses and put them on her and said, like, read with this. But it was like, when you're looking for an apartment, you don't necessarily move into the first apartment that you look at. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was kind of like, okay, well, she's the first person I've seen, but is she really it,
Yeah.
And, but of course she was perfect for it. And then she had to wear like fake glasses and poor Amy Linker, who I'm friends with today, had to wear fake braces, and also not only fake braces, but body padding to make her look like she was plump. She was not. She was a very attractive girl, but we artificially fattened her up.
Right. The things we do for our roles, eh?
I know.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and I am so, so happy that you took the time to spend your Wednesday night with me and everybody that's watching. I'm so grateful. But I want to know if, is there anywhere where people can go if they want to sign up for one of your classes? Or is there anything coming up? Obviously, when we're back to a normal sort of a world?
Well, no, no, not really, because I am teaching at Chapman. And so, unless they're enrolled in Chapman University.
Enrolled in Chapman, everybody.
Enrolled in the film school at Chapman University, they can't really get into my classes. They can, sometimes, and right now I'm teaching a summer class, and so people actually can take the summer class without being Chapman students.
Okay.
But although it's kind of expensive, not that I charge that much money, but the school does.
Yeah.
But, during the year, it's for Chapman students. So there isn't really a way.
Move to LA and enroll into Chapman.
Well, I must say, I think it's a pretty good film school, but it's been a strange adjustment because I have to teach Zoom classes at the moment.
Yeah, it's a big adjustment, isn't it? This school,
but it's okay. I don't mind it so much. It's there's a kind of intimacy to it, which is okay. I think it's been okay. And then I think what they're doing is that they're going to try to have the freshman classes be in person. So in the fall, assuming that everything is according to the plan they have now, then I would be teaching a socially distanced in-person class one day and a online Zoom class another day, another night, another evening, actually.
Okay.
So that's the plan, but I don't know. And my poor daughter, who's turning 18.
I can't believe. I think the last time we saw each other was 2008.
something like that.
Yes.
Anyway, so she's turning 18 and she's going to UCLA, but I think that only 15 to 20% of their classes will be live and the rest will be online. So poor girl, she's probably going to have to start her semester online also.
Gosh, well, she can just roll out of bed, turn on her computer, and
she was finishing her term in high school, finishing her last year in high school online, but she missed out on all sorts of
course,
the prom and senior class trip and all those things. It was just really kind of really awful, but I'm grateful that I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
And that she's also, I feel like much better about the fact so I'm in LA, so it's actually afternoon for me now, but that she's able to be here and do online classes, because if she was going to a school out of town and then she had to go off and be out of town and or something and just be isolated and do online classes, that would be really kind of creepy.
Yes.
But at least she's here, with me and the pets and stuff. And so that's going to be okay for her. And then, hopefully she will be able to go to the campus for some stuff.
Oh, yes. Well, send her my love.
I will for sure.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so, so happy that you were with us tonight. And I'm sending you much love. And I can't wait until we can see each other in person again.
That would be so great. And congratulations on doing this show. And thanks for inviting me to be part of it.
Yes, my first guest. Yay!
Okay. All right. Bye.
Have a great day. Okay, bye.
Bye.
That was Ann Beats, you guys. I'm so, it was just amazing. I was so happy to have her. Thank you guys. I know you guys have put a bunch of comments. I'm sorry I can't do 2 or 3 things at once. And I just wanted to focus on Ann, and I'm so grateful you guys are here. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to sing the first song that I ever wrote. I wrote it when someone broke up with me and I was leaving jobs. Actually, I think they cheated on me. Yeah, it wasn't nice. So it's kind of a song where you gotta just, be your own best friend. So this is A Best Friend in Me. Faced myself in the mirror. It was time to confront my fear. Aren't you tired of the pain from losing never gain? So wipe your face and lose those tears and get yourself in gear. If you got to make it on your own, there's nothing wrong with being alone. You've got strength inside, you don't need to hide. There's another door with better things in store for you. Life itself holds many mysteries. You can rewrite your own history. Pick up your pen, and soon your heart will mend. When you take a chance, get a second glance, and let your heart be free. If you've got to make it on your own, there's nothing wrong with being alone. You've got strength inside, you don't need to hide. There's another door with better things in store for you. My heart had been broken, shattered pieces of glass. Each crack retaining heartaches from the past. I can make it on my own. Not a live band. There's nothing wrong with being alone. I've got strength inside. I don't need to Take a look in the mirror, and now it's clear to see that I've got a best friend in me. So that was a best friend in me. I also wanted to tell you guys that Bandcamp, if you're familiar with Bandcamp, they are waiving all of the fees that they take from musicians on July 3rd. So if you want to purchase any of my music from Bandcamp or from any indie artists, they will get all of the money on July 3rd. So, just search Amy Rivard or your favorite, any artist, and search them on there and purchase their music on July 3rd. So that is something you can do. Just looking at my notes on the wall here. So now I'm going to sing another kind of sad song. But don't worry, I still have some more funny things for you guys. This song is the first song that I wrote in New York. New York is not what I thought it would be. I thought it would be easy. It's not easy at all. It's a wonderful place, and I love it, love it, love it. And the highs are so high, but sometimes the lows are so low. And I was going through a very low moment in my life. And this song is kind of my baby. I love it. It's called Carry Me. I hope it will bring, if you're struggling right now, I hope that this will bring you some peace and some joy and some faith, because really faith is, you got to believe in something out there and believe that something is helping you. So this is Carry Me. On this path I have chosen, life weighs on me like a storm in the sea. I've given my all, and I'm tired of the fall. So please carry me to where I belong. Carry me, I am so broken. Carry me, I'm not that strong. Carry me, my arms are wide open. Carry me to where I belong. It's so dark, and these shadows weigh me down. Life's so heavy, I can't seem to turn it around. I can't speak, my voice has lost its faith. Show me where your light is, please show me your face. Carry me, I am so broken. Carry me, I'm not that strong. Carry me, my arms are wide open. Carry me to where I belong. Why must sorrow teach us strength and joy? To climb back up, must we be destroyed? Please take me places I've always dreamed. Take me now, I'm yours. I'm ready to believe. Carry me, I am so broken. Carry me, I'm not that strong. Carry me, my arms are wide open. Carry me to where I belong. You held me before I felt your grace. When a breeze passed me by, you kissed my face. When the sea knocked me down, I did not drown. You lift me again. I breathe in carry me to that land. Carry me to where I belong. That was Carry Me. So again, you can find that online, Bandcamp, Spotify, everything. Now, to carry you guys, I would like to introduce you to some helpful tips for life. So let me get you that here.
So people often ask me, Amy, how is it that you're able to accomplish so much? You're your own agent, manager, publicist, and lover. So I'm going to tell you, here's how I do it all. Time is money. So you have to be very useful of your time. And so I'm going to show you how I make the omelet for one. Ooh! So you don't need to swish all the little eggs around in the bowl and make it a perfect color yellow, because who's eating it? You. This is cooking for one. So I'm going to make my special omelet for one here. So just break the egg here, plop, throw that there. There's a few shells, but that's good calcium for you. We're going to take another egg. Yeah, there we go. There we go. No eggshells on that one. And let's just turn that down a bit. And we're going to go this. But now we need to get some vegetables in here. So how do you get your vegetables? Well, you want broccoli. You want some greens. So here we go. Lots of greens in there. For one. Let's do some more. Oh, it's cooking pretty quickly. Tomatoes. You want tomatoes? This is how you cut your tomatoes. Because now, you don't have to wash the knives from cutting these things. Or the bowl that you would have had to make swish the omelet around in. Now let's get some of our fake cheese here. Well, we can do this. There we go. I probably shouldn't put the hair so close to the flame there. And some onion. Let's do some onion. That was not so good, so I don't think I'm going to try the garlic. I might get the garlic press for that. But that is cooking for one. Now we're just going to take a little spoon here, mix it around, cooking for one. You know, maybe we need some more broccoli in there. Broccoli is good for you. There we go. All right, perfect. Yeah, you got to get your broccoli in. And slowly, we're going to cook this. Maybe we need a little more cheese in here. Let's do that. Okay, so this is more of an open-faced omelet than one of those flippy ones, because it's easier to do that for this video for you guys today. But anyhow, if you're cooking, this is the best way to use your time. Now, if you're having company, I'm not sure if I recommend this method, unless it's a date, because hopefully if the date goes well, then you guys will be, exchanging, playing tonsil hockey, you know what I mean? So anyhow, here we go. Cooking for one, and there we go. And next week, I'm going to show you how to make oatmeal for one.
So that is some helpful tips for you guys if you want to save time. And if anyone wants to come over for dinner, I will make you dinner. So I hope that you'll enjoy it. I think you will. Let me just see. So as you can see, I've got your back with these helpful tips. Ba-dum-bum. That's a little segue to my next song. This is called I Got Your Back, Love. Rewind back to one of those dark times I was going through in New York, and I was texting my cousin, and she simply just texted me this phrase back, I got your back, love. And I was like, I think that's a song. So this is I Got Your Back, Love. And again, feel free to sing along with me. I'll put that link up where you can go if you want to sing. So this is I Got Your Back, Love. Since I was 3, didn't know how important it'd be. Going like little kids do, want to buckle my shoes. I was having a tough day, so I called and I heard you say, I got your back, love, I got your back, love, I got your back. You're so far away, I said I was through with the spring. hunger for misery. Strip myself of all my joy. Would see me through there before. You said this ain't the end of the story. 'Cause I got your back, love. I got your back, love. I got your back. Oh, when you don't feel alive, I got your back, love. I got your back, love. Even when you give it up a time, I got your back, love. I got your back, love. I got your back. This is a solo by Paul Madison. Break it down with you. Just air guitar. It's really free. Seriously, if you're in isolation, no one's watching you. Air guitar with me and Paul. Thank you, I thank you for being by my side, for giving me the strength when I didn't think I could get by. So if you're ever feeling down, you know I'll be around. 'Cause I got your back, oh, I got your back, oh, I got your back. I got your back, and I hope that you guys all have someone that's got your back too. I've got 2 more songs for you guys. This next song is a new song that I wrote with Felix Van Dyke. Again, it's another Looking for Love song. As I mentioned, I'm half Greek, and this is a song about Morpheus. He is the god of sleep and dreams, and in your dreams, he comes to you and he talks to you about your future events, and he brings you at peace. And so this song is, the character is kind of asking for him to come to her in her dreams and help her lose her fears about love and bring that one true love into her life. The song was supposed to be released tomorrow, but the distribution is taking a little longer. So July 10th. So follow me on Spotify and you will see it in your release radar. Or it'll be on anything, but if you use Spotify, it'll bump into your release radar. So this is In the Arms of Morpheus. Life in a cloud calls from the past, wanting to dream that love can last. A heart full of wings smothers the seas. Trapped in a cell, my mind is cast. When I close my eyes, won't you show me the light? Lay me in the arms of Morpheus. Wake me from this old sleep. My love is buried deep. Help me believe there could be more of us. Trapped in a tale where this heart always failed, feeling that love was never safe. A heart that's cracked, escape, tripping me back. Let love fill them up and lead me from this place. When I close my eyes, won't you show me the light? believe we're meant for more of us. Love's always near, it knows no fear. What would fate have me believe? A heart that smiles is a beacon of light, bathes me in its glow, calling me back from the night. Help me open my heart, make a brand new start. Lay me in the arms of Morpheus. Wake me from the soul sleep, and my love is buried deep. Help me believe we're meant for more of us. Wake me from this soul sleep. My love just wants to leave. Instead of me, could it be more of us? That beautiful cello playing was by Ward Williams, so thank you, Ward. He also played on Skipping Stone, and Mike Hunter was the violinist on Skipping Stone, so thank you guys so much. Again, that was In the Arms of Morpheus. That's the second time I've ever performed it anywhere, so thank you guys for joining me. Oh, okay, so Candy wants me to tell you guys to make sure, if you've never seen her YouTube channel, What's Up Canuck, she wants you to go over there, watch What's Up Canuck on YouTube. She said that, you know, she hasn't shot any more videos because I've been too busy surviving. So she's blaming me. I'm sorry, Candy. I'm kind of busy. You know, I pay all the rent here. You don't do anything except drink maple syrup. So Candy wanted me to tell you that. Oh, and next Wednesday is Canada Day. So we're going to do a special Canadian version of Wednesday Night Live streamed. You saw the opening of this show. I'm not going to let you open it again, Candy. I don't think I'm going to let Candy open the show, even if it is Canada Day, because she messed up the beginning. So Candy, you're not, just go drink your maple syrup. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me, for spending your Wednesday night with me. I want to say a huge, huge thank you to Ann Beats for joining us. I just love you, and thank you for your talent, and definitely go. I think you can see some of her sketches on YouTube, and you can see some of Square Pegs on YouTube. And I also want to thank my dear friend Jason Shalou, who has rehearsed with me all week, and he's directed me. Do you want to come on the stream, Jay? No, he'll shoot me. Another time. We're going to have Jay on. We're going to talk about At the Dimes We Find. For those of you that watch my Instagram, you know I post dimes that we believe come from our angels. So we'll talk about that another time. Thank you guys again for joining me. And my last song is My Voice. So thank you for letting me share my voice with you. And let's sing My Voice. Here we go. Oh, that's loud. Let's turn that down. Okay, perfect. Oh, 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 oh. I've been singing the song and it's been wrong. Never letting one in, I've been so far gone. Hoping I was not faith I forgot. No hope on the course. Fear was my guide, my path was defined, but inside me I found the source. Oh, 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 oh. I'm finally finding my voice now. Sing with me. Oh, 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 oh. I'm taking control. There's strength in my soul. Oh, 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 oh. It makes us feel free. Come on now and raise your voice. Oh, 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 oh. Change is never easy to deal with because Days that can never please me can let down my guard. But I'm growing inside, the anger subsides, bitterness fades away. I let myself loose, I speak out my truth. You know you've got nothing to prove. Oh, 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 oh. I'm finally finding my voice now. Sing with me. Oh, 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 oh. I'm taking control, the strength and the soul. Oh, 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 oh. It makes us feel free. Come on now and raise your voice. Oh, 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 oh. Try to run away. It'll catch you, it'll catch you someday. It'll knock, knock, knock at your door. Let it hit in you, song. Step on into the fire, you'll only go higher. Oh, 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 I'm finally finding my voice now. Sing with me. Oh, 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 oh. I'm taking control and strength in my soul. Oh, 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 oh. It makes us feel free. Come on now and raise your voice. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you, Anne, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Jay. Thank you to my friend Vanessa, who helped me with some technical stuff all week and turned me on to StreamYard. And thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for tuning in, spending your Wednesday night with me. I love you all. I'm sending you much love and joy and peace. And thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening. And we're going to sign out of the first episode of Wednesday Night Live Streamed. Bye.